You're tuned in to Tailgate Talk, where the grill is hot, the drinks are cold, and the sports stories never stop. Hosted by DB Cooper and Itty Bitty Ute, and produced by Hollywood. Grab a plate, pull up a chair, and let's get this tailgate started.
Welcome on into the Tailgate Talk podcast, where the food is warm, the cold are drinks, and the company's great. I'm DB Cooper, alongside me, Itty Bitty Ute, on the ones and twos behind the grill in Florida still, Hollywood. How is Florida treating you, Hollywood?
It's been great. Golf has been fantastic. I learned how to keep
good?
an eye out. Yeah. So I used to be pretty decent at golf. I'd shoot regularly in the low 80s, crack the 80s every once in a while.
Depends on how strict you are with the rules, but
yeah. Since my shoulder surgery, I hadn't broke 95 in 2 years. Shot an 84 on Friday and an 89 on Saturday. Right. And so played pretty decent. Game the round on Saturday was at a place called the Dunes, and it was more water on a golf course than I'd ever seen in my life. I mean, just water everywhere. Par fives, you'd have to hit over water into like a peninsula, and then from there on to the next one. So they made it to where you couldn't drive beyond that middle piece of land. So it's tough, but it's been great. We are in hurricane watch right now.
Oh shit, that's fun.
So we're in Fort Lauderdale. There's a category 4 over Jamaica right now, and they're expecting it to go northeast and go away from land, but it could turn. So we'll see. I was looking out my patio and lightning, all kinds of stuff. But if it does come up to where we're at, it'll make landfall around Wednesday, Thursday. So
you're good, right? Aren't you leaving? Wait, how long are you in Florida for?
I leave Thursday evening.
Shit. Oh, yeah. I thought you were on your way
home. I may try and catch an early flight out of here on Wednesday to try and avoid the craziness. But
all right. Well, I hope your affairs are in order.
Yeah, you're looking like Miami Vice right now, dude.
I'm feeling it, man. And listen, after Saturday, it was tough watching that game, knowing I should have been at Rice-Eccles Stadium. And so I'm excited to sit down and chop it up with you guys and hear about what your experience was like there for one of the absolute beatdowns. Oh! Here comes the fight. Sorry.
We got a live bet going on between these two. DB's got Packers.
I think you're behind me. Oh no, you're ahead of me. Because I saw a fight before the play before there was a fight, so it's getting chippy.
Please be on Green Bay.
That's offsetting. Yeah, one of the all-time butt kickings yesterday. Before we get into that, plenty of tailgate talk to cover. Itty Bitty picked me up at my house 7:45. We pushed it back a little bit. We've been grinding this football season, getting to games, and so it felt good to sleep in a little bit. Saw the sunrise over the mountains. 7:45. It was wonderful. We went and picked up ice at Maverick. Dude, I don't know what happened there, but it felt like we were there for 45 minutes. It was a struggle to get the ice. The guy was half awake behind the counter. I was having like deep thoughts of like, man, what a depressing life he lives. And I think he was wondering what I was thinking about. He didn't know what he needed to do. And I was like, am I being an idiot or is it locked? And he's like, oh yeah, let me unlock that for you. And I got one bag and Itty Bitty's like, you need 2 bags. And I was like, I have to do this all over again. And the guy was like, oh, and then I had to sort it all out. It took forever at the Maverick, but shout out the Maverick, one of our corporate sponsors. Where Adventure's first stop is also where we get our ice, and our first stop for ice to keep our cooler, our extra large cooler, extra cold all day long. Anything else like pre-tailgate, Itty Bitty, that you want to talk about?
The extra ice is solid. The cooler is sitting in my garage right now, and still a bunch of ice in there. And I went out there and got a couple of drinks already today. So
nice. It's so nice to have. The mountains are still blue.
Yeah. Mountains are
Do we have I know you've got a nickname for Purdy. Do we have a nickname for that massive cooler yet?
I think it's the back. The big ass cooler.
Big ass cooler.
I like it.
The back. Breaking news yesterday. I did tweet about it. Did put out a press release video. But for those that didn't see, I made an executive decision once we got to the cornhole, or once we got to the, I made an executive decision once we got to the tailgate spot. I've reflected now. Admittedly, we haven't played as much cornhole this year as we normally do. Tailgates, it's been good. Like, it's been good company up there. The games that have been on have been good. I think we've all had like kind of money online on the game, so that's kind of tied us in. We just haven't played as much cornhole as in years past. But the cornhole we have played, for those that don't know, me and Itty Bitty are always teammates, and it hasn't been up to my standards of level of play, and I hope for myself. My own standards have not been up to my level of play, and I feel like I needed to make an executive decision. I asked Big J, so this is my weekly shout out to Big J until he comments on our video again. Itty Bitty almost blew that for me, but we're doing Big J shout outs until Big J listens and comments on our YouTube video again to know that he's back watching. I have a feeling he's going to be right back into the podcast game this week after that butt kicking.
Yeah.
But me and him were cornhole partners yesterday. I had to break the news on the spot to Itty Bitty. Wasn't an easy decision and wasn't easy discussion. Worked out well for Itty Bitty. I don't think he lost. Maybe won. I didn't win. Go ahead, Hollywood. What's up?
Breaking news. I'm looking. We have a comment from Big J on our last episode.
Do we really? I missed it.
Really?
What did it
We
say?
really do.
When
4 hours ago.
Oh,
He went back.
He's there.
What's the comment?
I have a tear in my eye. Big J, we love you.
Big J. Well, all right.
There it is.
Hey, he commented. I might just keep having to shout out Big J every episode, and that's our top. That's our top.
1-0 with doing it. So
look, not only that, but I think one of the things that we need to do is not just give a shout out to Big J, but Tino Ute, great comment. How often does Damp need to hurt his ankle before it starts impacting his play? If you make a comment, we're going to give you a shout out. We're new enough that we can do that type of stuff here on the Tailgate Podcast. And so, Tino Ute, Big J, we love you. Thanks for your participation.
Thanks, fellas. 2 active tailgaters. Always appreciate the contributions at the tailgate, and in the comment section as well. I played 2 games of cornhole. Big J. I had 2 opportunities myself to win the match twice, 2 different times, and failed both times. One was so easy; it was a layup against Itty Bitty and Old Man Swan. I just had to knock it was the last bag, and I just had to knock my bag off of the board, and we would have been right on 21. And the bag I needed to knock off was right in line with me. It wasn't like a cross-board shot. It was right in line. It was right on the edge of the board. Just had to barely tap it, knock it off, and we would have won. Missed it. Knew it right when it left my hand. Don't know if you have any comments on cornhole, Itty Bitty.
Yeah, I mean, it's not every day you're expecting to get the start. You're ready to go 7, 8, 9 innings, and the skip comes up and tells you you're on the bench. I had a pivot, and luckily I had a teammate. Luckily he didn't have a teammate there today because I was worried about scrounging around a teammate. But thanks to Hollywood being in 305, you almost hosed me there, Holly, jackass. Anyways, no, it was good. It's always good beating the former team, So,
and sometimes you gotta get in, baby. Get in, baby. Get in, baby. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Sorry, Hollywood. Let's fucking go. Sometimes you gotta change things up. I was hoping it was going to be maybe a reflective weekend for myself of how I need to get better, obviously, but I was hoping it was a reflective weekend for yourself, Itty Bitty, of things that you can improve on as well as where you excel at, and knowing that it's not, the losses this year haven't all been because of you.
Yeah. No. I definitely hit that a couple times. I had multiple chances to put games away, and I missed the board completely, and the other team dropped 9 points or something on me. So inconsistency, just like Hollywood's golf game, just inconsistent.
I love it.
It's a killer. I do have a question. Have you worked things out? Do we know what the pairings are going to be this Saturday?
We'll be back this Saturday. For one, Big J is out of town, so it's not even a question. But he's not out of town. He's got a wedding.
That's right.
A wedding.
Oh,
His daughter's roommate.
who gets
It's not even a
married in
family member.
October, November?
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with the announcement. Like for me, I wouldn't miss it. Cal Poly, maybe like you could kind of justify it a little bit. I still wouldn't. But like you got game day coming to town, top 20 matchup. Yeah, you can't.
We might need to look into it, itty bitty. At game day, they've had cornhole competitions in the past.
Yeah,
And if
especially
that's the case-
Friday before.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
the end of quarter for me, which really sucks. But depending on how it's going, I might be able to get out early. I want to get up there. If McAfee does McAfee do his shows on campus again on Fridays this year? Has he been doing that?
I think
'Cause
so.
if he's up there, it was a blast.
Yeah.
When they came for Oregon up there, I'll take my flag and wave it, but it might
That'll
be
be
tough.
on,
Halloween.
Yeah, it'll be on Halloween. Quick question: what are you guys being for Halloween?
Bowser. We're doing
Love it.
Mario themes.
Holly?
I am not dressing up for Halloween.
Halloween's every day in Hollywood's house. What about you, itty bitty?
I'm
Bingo.
Bandit from Bluey, the dad. We're
Love
on
it.
the Bluey theme, so the wife will
My
be
oldest
chili dog.
announced today that he hates Bluey. Didn't know that.
Whoa.
Didn't know that. Says it's not for me. That's what his words were. And I said, okay. All right. So,
Right, yeah.
all right. So, yeah, I don't know. Rook might have a little beef with the itty bitty household on there.
Yeah.
I do have a shout out,
Please.
and I know this might not be the best time for it, but I do want to give a little tailgate recipe early on in the show. Right
Hollywood
Right
recipe incoming. Hollywood recipe incoming.
now, we have 1 can, 12-ounce can, ginger beer.
Okay.
1 6-ounce can, pineapple juice. It's kind of like a Moscow Mule without the alcohol. Fantastic game day drink. Put it on your recipe and your shopping list.
So
for the
this
tailgate Saturday.
this weekend we need ginger beers and can you buy like packets of 6-ounce pineapple?
I'll show you.
Sounds like Caribou to me. That
I'll
was
go
the
ahead.
most-
I'll go ahead and bring that for the
Yeah.
tailgate this weekend. That'd be electric.
that
It
was the
sounds
most
fantastic. Go ahead.
Out of pocket
Gosling?
shout out too.
Gosling ginger beer. And these are 6-ounce. So 2 parts ginger beer, 1 part pineapple juice. It is a delightful treat.
Okay, I'm gonna make those this weekend for the tailgate because that sounds delightful. Here's the thing about Hollywood's recipes: you never know when they're gonna hit, and when they hit, you gotta listen. That's why we get the breaking news sound. So we always appreciate a Hollywood recipe. I was not man enough to try your dip suggestion this weekend. I apologize for that.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'll make it for the tailgate this week. How about
I
that?
still want to see Mama Hollywood, but I've never met Mama Hollywood. Is Mama Hollywood around?
Some
Yeah.
smoke, dude.
I'll tell her that she needs to come up.
My last note at the tailgate, the chili cheese dogs were a hit. They were fantastic, easy to do. Itty Bitty was on the ones and twos and behind the grill for the chili cheese dogs. Did a fantastic job, I might add. The only mistake he made, Hollywood, he panicked. He panicked hard. We had 36 hot dogs, plenty of chili, and then we also had 14. We had
Buns?
14 brats in storage that we didn't use for lunch because we were all full for breakfast for next week. But we had it in the pocket there at the tailgate, 14 extra brats. And Itty Bitty panicked and called for some Little Caesars, 2 boxes of Little Caesars and some Crazy Bread. And we had plenty of everything. I don't even know. Did anyone touch the pizza?
It's half true. The story's half true. Yes, I did panic, and I didn't know about the brats.
We talked
But
about it all day.
But a late comer of the pizza didn't want chili cheese, so they decided to bring pizza. And it was kind of like, I was like, well, snag breadsticks just in case my kids want some. So that's where the pizza came from. But yeah, I did panic a little bit because we had people showing up.
Who doesn't want a
we
hot dog?
It's a crazy world we live in. 2025,
Listen,
man.
I'll give you a little bit of peek into
fucking
the
hot
life
dog.
of Hollywood. Sister Hollywood hates this about me. I over prepare for events, gatherings, whatever.
It's
Got
not a
4
bad way to
people
be.
over. I'm probably going to order 4 large pizzas.
Okay.
Always have leftovers in the Hollywood household. So I get the panic mode a little bit.
Yeah. I'm that way too.
I got your back there, bud.
And yeah,
Just think when there's 12 people there and we have 36 hot dogs to get through, not everyone's going to eat 3 hot dogs with chili cheese on them.
we did have a lot come late, and that's where I was like, "Oh crap! I don't know if it's gonna be enough." But I just needed to focus on the roots of the tailgate. Like, hey, the barbecue's open for anyone who wants to bring their stuff,
And you always have to remember too, the food is reserved for the people that tell us they're coming. If you don't tell us you're coming, you may get food, but if you don't bring something to grill yourself, you're not guaranteed food at the tailgate. So
good reminder. Bring your own salmon. Be ready to roll.
Yep.
But I do want to back up to breakfast because we had an incredible breakfast by the one and only Papa Bear. He did French toast and eggs and bacon. And for some reason, dude, just sitting there in kind of the crispy fall weather with a warm hash brown and bacon and eggs, man, it hits so good. His breakfasts hit every single time. It was incredible. Yes, we were full for lunch. So he kind of did like an appetizer, handed out toothpicks. We were picking at it the whole time. But breakfast was A+ per usual.
Old Man Swan's always been on absolute target with the breakfast game.
On a heater, dude.
Always been fantastic on the 1s and 2s with the breakfast.
Do you know what he's got on the menu for this Saturday?
Well, I haven't talked to him. I wasn't even. He's been doing like this mountain man type of like hash brown, eggs, and sausage type thing. He's been on that vibe for a while, and I haven't complained. And then so it could be back to that, but the French toast was kind of out of left field, but that always has been one of like that. So it was always a special treat. French toast Fridays, and he's always killed the French toast game. So that was kind of a nice little curveball. I wasn't expecting it. So who knows? I know he likes to be on the breakfast call, and he does a good job at it. So we appreciate it.
In the text too, we usually give like a hint what we're doing for dinner, and he doesn't. So it's kind of like we show up and breakfast is being cooked, and then it's just like, what are we eating? And it's so nice. It is so nice.
It's nice. It's good. We got to get a little flow right now in the tailgate. There for a little while. I think the last couple of years, it's kind of been like up in the air of who's doing what. Yeah. But everyone's really in a good flow of like where we can use the best help. It's nice. Are you going to be able to come up? I can't remember, Hollywood. You're leaving on a red eye? Are you worried about catching it?
Yeah, I'm going to have to leave. I'll probably have to leave the game early, but I'll be up there for the tailgate, and I'll be up there for the start of it. Okay. I've got a red eye at midnight Saturday night to get up to Boston for a client visit. So
you got to start telling your company you can't do client visits in the fall.
I know.
It's all right. I mean, different folks, different strokes. I feel for you. I'd be thinking of hanging myself in your hotel closet right now if it was me.
I'm telling you, man, especially to lose games, like not be at games like the ones that have been going on at Rice Eccles Stadium. It's been
so I'm ready to hop into it. If unless you have anything else, anybody on the pregame?
No, I was gonna say
shout outs.
Yeah, we can do some shout outs. We had LaMarcus Bell and his mom. I guess it's just his mom show up. He's a commit out of Oregon, running back next year. Decent game to show up to when we ran all over the place. So she was a sweetheart. We ended up getting her number, and we're a point of contact. So if they ever need things, that was cool. We had Glass show up.
Shout out Glass.
Swoop Dog.
Shout out Swoop Dog.
Flashback.
Shout out Flashback. Father Stew. Flinders.
Flins.
Good shout outs. I think that's all that I had as well. Great tailgate. It wasn't, I talked about it last week. Every tailgate has a different flavor. And I love every flavor of every tailgate. This tailgate was nice and just everything was smooth. It wasn't nothing was over the top. We didn't go absolutely crazy. We did easy meals. The weather was absolutely smooth, absolutely perfect. We had leaves falling on us all day. Just throughout the day, a couple leaves would fall and just hit you in the face, remind you it's fall. It wasn't like overbearing or over cumbersome. Just nice. The sun was out all day, 60 degrees. It was nice and warm. But every now and then we get a little burst of wind, unmanageable. It's just a smooth tailgate all day, and nothing more I could ask for.
This Saturday is going to be copy and paste, literally the exact same weather as last Saturday, and
makes me excited. Same weather, same time. I'm not buying into any curse. I think Utes by Billy. But before we get to that, a couple things. I mean, obviously, you know me. I like to get the hottest takes out of the way first. Bird is the word. I mean, I know if I don't mention it, it might not get mentioned, but
no, go back to the last podcast. Dude, I said whatever his props are for this game, bet the mortgage on it. Like,
did you ever end up seeing if there were any props for him?
No. We with the time difference, we got so busy with I had a client down in Sanibel. We've been golfing all weekend, and so I wasn't able to. But if you did listen to the podcast and you did tail, whatever you bet, you made your money, because that guy, I mean, he looked so good. So good.
He did, man. And I keep looking out at these freshmen. I hope we can retain them. I don't want to get too much down the weeds in all of that thought. I just want to enjoy the season. But I do look at all these freshmen and get excited.
Do you think he was a little nervous? Because early on in the game, and it took him a minute to settle down, his passes, it looked like he was overthrowing. I don't know if that was being amped up.
What you don't see on TV, and I want to talk about it a little bit too, the winds were swirling. Yeah. You can't really tell on TV how bad the winds were. That did not help. I'm sure he was a little bit amped up, but I mean, who wouldn't be after their first start? Obviously, we've seen him, so it's not second play all time, but first start, second play, he takes it 63 to the house. Are you kidding me? Like, that's a true freshman.
Yeah.
I get the chills just thinking about it. I mean, you don't see that very often from true freshmen making their first start.
And I'm in the north, and so we're heading south, right? That first drive, and we had a jet sweep come across. He keeps it in you could have driven a semi truck through that hole, and one cut back, dude, he was gone. And
he's quick on those jump cuts.
Yeah. And then someone I saw on Twitter, they say we were up 17-0 without a completed pass.
Yeah, yep.
Which is insane.
So
he was 0 for 5, and we were 17.
Itty Bitty and I were talking a little bit about. I've got some interesting facts for you about the game. I was interested, so I went online, did a little bit of research. Utah obviously beat Colorado 53-7. Do you know how many times the programs have played each other in the past?
27.
74 times.
Shit.
Largest margin of victory in what they call a rivalry. I don't think we technically call it a rivalry.
I think it's our biggest rivalry.
Yeah.
It might be.
Rumble in the Rockies.
Nope.
And I did see your video at the halftime, and I'm sure you've gone back and have seen this. Colorado actually had negative 18 yards total offense at halftime. Utah was up 43-0 at the margin at halftime. Did you know that halftime margin is now a Big 12 record for the biggest margin in a single half in Big 12 history?
That's wild.
I always said that when we moved to the Big 12, we were going to be the new Oklahoma. So glad we've made our name. I mean, we're doing.
Let me clarify that. That's within a conference opponent. So I'm sure that they've played Cal Poly and have beat the brakes off of them. But for a conference game, they set the record for the biggest margin half, and also set the record for the biggest butt whooping that Deion Sanders has ever taken, other than what he received from his mother.
Yeah.
And so they're setting. I love you, Deion, big time Cowboys fan, but man, it was good to see you. I mean, they panned over to his face several times in that first half, and he just looked exactly what you would think a coach would look like getting trucked the way that they did. And it was, as a Utah fan, there's nothing better.
I went and sat at Old Man Swan seats for the second half of the fourth quarter. I was talking to him, and he said he had the binocs out. And he said that was a major miss by me. Sorry, really quickly, Mrs. DB. It's usually her job to bring my binocs, and she didn't come to yesterday's game, and so I walked into the stadium and realized I didn't have my binoculars. It was a devastating game to not have the binoculars, but walked over to the old man Swan seats, and he had his binocs out, and he said he'd been watching Prime all game, and he never really moved, and just had his arms folded the whole entire game.
Man.
And, what do you do? I mean, I don't blame him. Yeah, because that's the thing. It wasn't just like one or two guys that were kicking their ass or that for them that were playing awful. It was every phase. I know Prime kind of said in his post game, it was every phase. It was offense, defense, and special teams. And it was it was coming from every direction. We were just assaulting him in every single way. And there was nothing. I mean, those butt kicks are reserved for when you play the Cal Polys. I've never quite seen a butt kicking like that in all three phases of the game.
So let me ask you this. We played there last year, second to last game? Maybe third to last, somewhere around there. And they ran it up on us. Kind of that they didn't need to. We were done. We were 5-6 at the time, or 4-6. And they were trying to get Travis Hunter a Heisman. Do you think there's ill feelings towards that last year?
So someone watching the game, I stayed up until 1:00 in the morning East Coast time to watch the game. I did not get that impression at all, because if you go back and look at it, they were up 43, and in any game, any situation, whatever you can score in a half, the other team can score in a half. So I don't think any coach wants to take their foot off the gas in the first half. But we had technically our third string quarterback, but we only scored 10 points in the second half. They pulled back, and I don't think it was pouring it on at all in the second half by Witt and the boys. I just think that we talked about this on the last podcast. What would it take? I think I asked the question, what would it take Saturday for Utah to turn the page, for you to know we should not have any doubts in Kyle Whittingham as a coach? And DB, you said win the way we're supposed to. I'm paraphrasing, but that's exactly what we did. Absolutely. They came in, the game was never in doubt. They did what they wanted. The offensive line pushed them away like they were rag dolls, opening holes that anybody could run through. Patted you up there and given you the ball. And I know you're 0 for 30 on field goal kicks, but you could have had 20 to 25 yards rushing in that game.
I think here's my thing. I think Coach Witt is the type of competitor that he doesn't hold ill feelings like that. But I don't think Coach Witt forgets. I've always believed in the Coach Witt revenge games, especially when the revenge the next year comes at home. Yeah. And I've long been a believer of that. Last year was an anomaly when it came to our revenge games hopes, but I don't think Coach Witt forgets, and I think they were actually just pissed off from. I think every person in the program was pissed off from the week before, and they let Colorado have it. I think it's those two things.
Yeah, no Lander Barton either, which is insane. Hey, I don't know. It felt like we blitzed literally every single play, and we were getting to the quarterback every single play. And
there was nothing they could do. It's crazy.
That might be the first. That might be the first question we asked JB23 is, have you given Lander any crap? That might be the key to beating the snot out of opponents, is make him sit the first half.
I was shocked they brought him in the second half.
Yeah.
We'll just let him rest, but he probably wants film. But I thought it was crazy to bring him in the second half. I do have a couple medium. I have a medium take, and then I think one that people will find as a hot take. I don't care. Medium take, maybe pretty cool, maybe pretty cold by now. QB3 IW11 is definitely Mountain West material. It's over. If we can retain the young fellow, JB, or Bird, BF
Yeah.
15. If we can retain him, IW11 doesn't have much of a spot here. The first throw he made, I was like, oh.
Yeah, and it was
Let me
against
ask-
second and third stringers too. So
Let me ask you this question: Does the game that Bird had now give, because with NIL being what it is, the transfer portal being what it is, does it throw any kind of controversy in the quarterback situation?
I personally think if you can afford to keep them both, who knows? I don't know. No one knows how that's going to work out. So let's just assume you can afford them. Under that assumption, I think personally you have to figure out how to make them both work together. And I think that mostly comes from talking to Damp a little bit more and being like, bro, like you can get the starts at quarterback. You can go out there for, and get the official start. And you can be listed as a quarterback, but the quarterback of the team is Bird. But also Damp's too electric with the ball to completely take the ball out of his hands. So I think you got to figure out how to make them work together, and I think they can. I think the staff can, and I think those two players seem like they're willing and ready to work together like that.
yeah,
I hope so.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, and the thing that scares me is someone that really needs a quarterback looks at Ficklin and goes, freshman, can run, can throw.
Our hope with that, in my opinion, is that no one gave the dude an opportunity out of high school. They all wanted him as athletes. Only Texas State was willing to take a risk on him as a quarterback, and he was committed there. Then we came in late and said, we'll take you as a quarterback. There was no one. He's a hometown. His hometown team was Oklahoma State. He wanted to be a Cowboy. They didn't even offer him a scholarship. So I think a big hope has to be that loyalty. Yeah, we gave you a shot, dude. Like no one else is giving you that shot. We did.
Let's get him on the podcast. I'll start working on it.
Yeah. Would love it.
Say we switched Jaquindon from quarterback to running back. Dampier, electric, but he's not a pro quarterback. He's not gonna go to the NFL as a quarterback.
No.
So,
but I still think he could play quarterback in college in a way that is a very elite quarterback. College quarterback.
Dude, hell, like having Bird and Damp stand next to each other and rotate that pre-snap rotation, hand it off to Dampier, and then he throws it would be a nightmare to plan for.
It would be it would be such an I think you have to keep them both. You have to keep them both. Do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Could you imagine putting him in the backfield and running him as a dual threat, sweeping him out to the side as a pass option? Oh,
That's what
the
I'm saying,
OC's freaking wet dream.
And everyone's going to say if you have two quarterbacks, you have no one. And I subscribe to that theory, but that's where I'm saying you kind of have to sit Damp down and be like, you're not a quarterback. We're going to get you to the next level one way or another. It's probably not going to be at quarterback. You can have that title here. But let's work together here and win a lot of games because I think they can. Hotter take that I don't think the world's ready to hear, but I think I will be proven right at the end. LS12, Larry Simmons over Dorian Singer. Not even close.
I knew that was coming.
Not even close.
I knew that was coming.
Larry Simmons is 10 times the wide receiver DS3 was. And probably 10 times less the cost.
Yeah, I disagree. I agree on the cost. I think those are the people.
You have to remember that a part of my theory. I mean, this is what happens when we brought NIL into the game. You evaluate players differently. It's no more they're volunteers. They are now employees, and so you don't get to judge players by their volunteer. I'm thankful DS volunteered to play at Utah, but the truth of the matter is he took a lot of money. And if you factor in money, all things considered, Larry Simmons is 10 times more valuable than Dorian Singer. How many touchdowns does he have on the year? Larry Simmons.
Couldn't tell you.
Do you think it's more than one?
I think you just had to take.
Do you think it's more than one? Do you think Larry Simmons is more than one touchdown on the year?
I think it's two.
Well, that's I'm going to say over under is 1.5, and I'm going to take the under.
I'm going to go over. Wyoming in last game. He scored one last game, right?
He's got 3 tutties on the year, 120 yards. That's 3 times the amount of touchdowns Dorian Singer got paid to score for us last year. And again, I don't know what LS12 is making, but I know it's not what Dorian Singer made.
I did have some fans around me, though, that were giving some hot takes. And they were on the 10-yard, but Colorado had the ball on the 10-yard line, and they're like, oh, we're going to get safety here. I was like, guys, they're on the 10. And literally the next play is an intentional grounding in the end zone. Got a safety. I had to tip my hat to him. But yeah, there's some crazy takes in that north end zone this last week.
Sounds fun.
Yeah,
good call on the safety. North end zone on the safety call.
Yeah.
Is Dion done
At Colorado, yes.
as a coach?
No. I think he hangs on a little bit longer. I mean, his health concerns, maybe. I don't know. But I think he's going to get a call from Florida State real soon.
Do you think they're looking at Colorado and saying, yeah, that's who we want?
I don't know. They had a good year last year. He could recruit, I think, Florida State money.
That's the thing, though. The team I saw yesterday was full of huge recruits.
Yeah.
Looked like we were
5-stars out there.
Looked like we were playing Sacramento State.
Yeah, it was bad.
So yeah, he can recruit, and he had a generational Heisman last year. And what did they do? They lost in a meaningless bowl game.
Yeah.
We're never in contention to win the conference or even compete.
No.
Look, it only takes 12 and 13 to go get your name retired up at that stadium.
That is true.
Yeah,
And
but
almost
2
win
years of
an
that at
Alamo
Florida
Bill.
State and you're fired. I don't know. I think he could be done coaching. He doesn't look like he has fire in him. Love the guy. Hope he's not.
Yeah.
Seems like a good guy.
Yeah,
I don't know. I can't imagine.
I like what he does with the guys and thinking about their future. I like Coach. I don't like the program, which is weird because I've never thought very often about Colorado, but have for the last couple of years.
I would be. I don't know what the Colorado fans got to be feeling today because it's not like. I mean, it's not even reminiscent of like the team that we put out last year, and that was rough for us. And we were dealing with quarterback issues. They have 3 healthy quarterbacks. One was one of the highest rated transfers in. One was the top rated high school product and a 5-star. And then a third that's been there for 3 years. And they've rotated them. And they can't figure out who's like, so they're healthy. And then their left tackles had a pretty good season. So like they have offensive linemen, but yesterday it didn't look like they had anybody.
No.
I don't know, man. That it goes to show you can't that program's throwing a lot of money at players in the new NIL portal era, and it hasn't really paid off. You need more coaching. I like Prime. I think he's a good guy. I don't know if he's a great coach. I don't know if he's got it. I think he likes.
It's tough too. It's tough to just. I think it's more than just throwing money at players. You have to have a game plan of personalities, and it can't be just paying the top players out there as much money as you can. And I think this goes back to the conversations that we've had around Utah. Utah has made a name, and Kyle Whittingham has done such a great job of finding the right people come into the program, and then he does a great job of nurturing them and bringing them along. We're not loaded with 5 and 4-star recruits. We get 2 and 3-star guys that are afterthoughts at other programs and develop them into phenomenal athletes. And I think that's why I think the loads and loads of money is not always going to be the best scenario, because there has to be more than just paying the top guys money to come to your program. They all have to meld together and be a functional team. And it's more than just being the best. You know what I mean?
That's what. Yeah, I definitely know what you mean, because that's what gives me. It's kind of like my North Star hope. And the thing that I'm holding on to the most with our program is that we will always be able to be the developmental coaching staff that is able to turn guys into stars. We're not ever going to have the most money, but like you're saying, that doesn't equal wins. Just like Texas A&M, man, they've been throwing the most money around forever. They finally got their coach, and now it's paying off just this year. But like you need a coach, and I'm glad we have ours, because man, this coaching carousel is getting crazy.
It's gonna be nuts.
And if I didn't feel like we had our next guy in place, I would be stressing.
Yeah.
Egos come with top players, but then you add 5, 6, 7-figure salaries on top of that, 18, 19, 20-year-old kids. Those egos have got to be bigger than they've ever been in the past. And I just think that that's more and more of what coaches have to deal with.
Yeah. And to that point, like the coaching carousel at this moment is only fired coaches. Like we're looking at the Dolphins probably opening up, and I wonder what the top college coaches that are successful right now. Like we're seeing Sark in Texas getting reported that he's interested in the Titans job. They're going to start saying that if we're doing the paid players thing, get me contracts, get me who I know who's on the team from year to year, because this is a freaking mess. And the coaching carousel is going to be freaking insane. Anything else that you guys want to talk about for tomorrow or about yesterday, about the game?
I will say the only thing I want us to tighten up, because there really wasn't much to tighten up, was it was like our 6th game in a row with a lot of penalties. We had 85-yard penalties again, 100 against BYU. We had 100 against Wyoming. We had a bunch against Tech.
No, that was the one game we talked about. We needed to, because we had a bunch against Wyoming, minimal. And they had 10 for 150, right. And we had like none. And we're like, you look at the box score, you think we win that game by a billion.
Yeah.
And then I think we're good against West Virginia too. I think it's just mostly the last two and then Wyoming.
Arizona State, we had a bunch. We had 70 yards.
I think 50 to 70 is probably, 5-10 yard penalties, probably like what you got to account for, right?
Yeah.
Ish. Once you start getting in triple digits yards, not great.
I do have something that I wanted to ask. Go ahead. Finish your thought real quick.
I would change subjects, so go ahead.
So I wanted to get your guys' thoughts and opinions. Should I be in panic mode after Utah State loses 33-14 to New Mexico?
You should be. And I told you to worry about those turquoise uniforms.
If they don't take care of Nevada this Saturday, they finish on the road against UNLV, on the road at Fresno State, at home against Boise State. It's all or nothing this weekend. Yep. I gotta have it.
Luckily, it's looking good for you though this weekend.
What is the line out? Because I'm going to give you an idea to think about.
I don't think so. I might hedge.
How are you thinking of hedging?
Taking Nevada straight up money line.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming, but I think the loss to New Mexico might change. It might not be as much as it would have been.
Are you a believer in hedging your bets?
Yeah, I do it all the time.
I
know you're not.
Yeah, every reason I'm too dumb, but every bit of research that I've ever done, the professionals say never to hedge your bets, never to cash out.
Yeah, and there's been times where I hedge, and the hedge doesn't work, and I win anyways, and all I'm doing is taking money out of my own pocket.
Exactly, and then that's just
the only thing that worries me about this is, did they peak too early?
Yep.
And are they on a downhill slide?
To answer Nevada, that goes back to your first question. Should be worried. And I saw that score yesterday, and I thought I would be very nervous if I was Hollywood. It felt like you had the over wrapped up. And I don't know.
After week 5.
Yeah. That's the part that makes me nervous.
Don't hedge it. Don't hedge it. Nevada's
I don't think I will. What I think I might do is let it ride against Nevada. If they don't win against Nevada, I might take UNLV money line in an open 2-slot parlay, and then take Fresno State money line and then Boise State money line, and then that should be positive money just to get my money back.
Wait, so you just need one win and you hit?
I just need one. They're at 4 wins. The over under was at 4.5.
Yeah, dude, you're hitting. Nevada is horrific. They've lost 6 in a row. They lost to Montana State at home.
Yeah, there's no way Utah State
and they're home.
That.
So they've got Nevada at home.
There's no way Utah State can lose that. There's no way.
There's no way.
There's no way.
You're fine.
Both of you.
I'll be praying for you, Hollywood. I told you to be worried about those turquoise uniforms they haven't worn since the 70s.
I know.
They were even made in the mesh look, too. I don't know if you saw that. Not only
there's nothing that hits harder than jerseys in mesh.
Yeah, they had that look. I don't know if they were actually mesh, but they looked like they were. It was unbelievable.
Yeah. It reminds me of the jerseys I wore in the 90s.
Yeah, the 80s.
So you didn't play college ball, so they had to be.
Yeah.
I was 6 years old in 91, pal. I grew up playing football in the 90s.
I wasn't even credited my dad's balls in '91.
Jesus. Anything else you guys want to talk about yesterday? Or otherwise, I got one more thing.
Go ahead.
All right. Now, we've done it after losses. I want to try something with us all together. 1, 2, 3. Turning the page. I'm ready to turn the page. We all
I
need
like
to
it.
turn the page.
Cincinnati.
On to Cincinnati.
Yep.
It's going to be a fun, electric night game. We've had a lot of these primetime games with the big productions coming in recently, and a lot of them have been 1:30, noon, and fans have complained, dang it, why can't we, be hosting a big event on the night game? We got it. We got the night game. It's going to be an electric vibe. Ranked Cincinnati coming in. I don't subscribe to, I these Utah fans that are like, shit, game day's coming. We're I think you're a fucking for thinking like that. I get we're 3-9. I don't think that there's correlation between the two. I think when game day or something comes, it means you're playing a better than average opponent. But they're coming, and we're 7.5 point favorites. We should win, and we should win convincingly. And whether game day was here or not, I would feel the exact same about that. As a 7-point favorite against anyone, doesn't matter who's in town. Utah's got to go out there and take care of business and make Bearcats pound some fucking sand.
Yeah, and Itty Bitty has done a great job of screaming this from the mountaintops since we've done this podcast, and I'm sure he's talked about it since. But if you're a Utah player and you're listening to this podcast, or if you know a Utah player and you tell them, these are the things that we talk about as far as being a fan. Because if Utah, you got to go take care of business, because if not, we hear about it from the TDS fans, and it's horrific. And so, all together, let's
turn the page,
open a new ass whooping book, and let's take care of business at home in a night game that's going to be electric. And let's
and if you're a fan listening to this, dive into the college game day experience. It's different than Big Noon. So if you went to Big Noon, you didn't see the game day experience, dive into it. We need to put on a good showing. This is a sign of respect. The program has respect. We don't know what the future holds, and no one knows. We might not live in a world where Utah gets this respect ever again. We may always live in this world. Who knows? But for all we know, this could be it. Enjoy it, live it up, and we got to put on a good show. We got to show out. I hope there's not extreme exhaustion at this point of in the fan base for showing up to these things. I don't think that there will be. I think we'll churn out, but do it with a smile on your face and have fun.
Yeah. Well, and it goes back to our interview with Josh Nurse, right? Josh had no exposure to the University of Utah until we played Alabama and beat them. There's teenage boys right now watching College Game Day, trying to figure out where they want to go and play their college years. And it's up to us. Obviously, it's a lot of weight on the university shoulders, but us as fans have a responsibility and an opportunity to show them what kind of environment they can go to and play at a university that not only is passionate about the game, passionate about the players, but passionate about football in general. This is our sport.
Yeah.
And so get there, be loud, and show out. I think it's a great opportunity for the program.
Even if you're not going to the game, come to game day. Come experience it. Yeah,
do Pat McAfee on Friday. It'll be before all the Halloween stuff. It's midday. So get up there on Friday, do all that, do Halloween on Friday night, and then show up Saturday morning ready to rock.
Pat McAfee, if you're watching this guy next to us, he's 0 for 30.
My question on that, is it students that, I thought it was students that, and it's supposed to go to their tuition. We could pass. You could pass as a student.
Yeah.
You still fit in mediums.
Yeah, I'm not 57 like Hollywood. We're good.
That'd be an unbelievable redemption. You would have that over everyone's head.
Could you imagine?
Oh, dude.
We got to figure out a way. Would
Not
you,
even that.
if you did it,
let's go to a park and do one for 10 grand.
If you did it, would you do 3 steps back and 2 steps to the side?
Kid on Saturday got a lot of props for being precise.
I would do 3 and 1. And I would line up right side
All right.
Aim at the
Yep.
left post.
Line up right.
How would you have Kirk hold the ball?
Laces
I don't know.
in.
You got to tell him.
Well,
Laces in.
he was leaning it pretty far to the right for the guy
Oh,
on Saturday.
speaking of kicks, bro, I got to give a shout out. Dylan Curtis.
Yeah.
And again, the wind
Unbelievable.
was swirling. Those kicks
Yeah.
were not easy. And he nailed them. After all that, after the week that has been, for another true freshman to step up there and nail some long distance field goals. And the 59-yarder
was
that he
clicking.
missed was right. It was going in. He just came up.
Yep.
I think he got a little bit under it.
6-7 yards short.
It was less than that. It
Looked like he
3.
kicked the ground. He like chili dipped it. If
Yeah.
you were comparing it to golf, he caught the ground before the ball.
But he still had the line that was in, and we know he has legs. Hats off to Dilzilla, bro.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. Talk about turning the page.
Yeah.
What an unbelievable turn of the page from the freshman. I got chills thinking about
Yeah. His confidence is probably a little
Love it.
low after Provo, and
it. I don't think it ever was, though. I think if it was, we would have seen something different. I don't think that dude's just
yeah.
even kill, dude. Like, it doesn't matter
think-
if it's the prayer or not. He's just kicking balls, and that's all he does.
Yep, the poster child for turning the page. That's for sure.
Gosh, gotta get him on we gotta get him on
Yeah,
the
we gotta get
podcast.
him on. Him and his
Yeah.
would be fun, dude.
Yeah.
That'd
That's
be
sick.
blast. So I asked Chat GPT schools that have never hosted. And there's a lot of small schools, a lot of Mountain West schools that haven't done it. So I'll just keep it to the Power Four. But there's
I think Vandy just got their first this week.
yeah. So Vandy was on the list before this week. Illinois has never hosted. Maryland's never hosted. Rutgers, Virginia has never hosted, which is crazy. Syracuse, like this isn't normal.
We're lucky.
And
No,
yeah.
it's not.
And if you have hosted, it's probably like 1 or 2 times. If you're not named Ohio State and all those schools, they've hosted the most. They're at 49 times, which is fucking insane. Bama, Michigan are the top 3. Oklahoma's at 4.
It's
You gotta come.
We're in a unique thing. Don't buy into whatever you hear about a curse or whatever. Don't even put that into the universe. We got him. We got him at home at night, and we're ready to rock and roll. I'm ready
Yeah.
for a classic Ute butt kicking again.
What do you think?
Same.
You gonna sleep over or just get up there early?
Probably. I would rather get there early right now,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
Couple standouts that have hosted just once in their whole existence: Texas Tech, Arizona State, Missouri, Cal. Chat says there's 22 others. So, yeah, we're lucky, man. We're lucky.
Don't take it for granted. We never
Yeah.
know. We never know. I don't have anything else. You guys got anything?
We're good.
Thanks again for listening. This has been Tailgate Talk Podcast, episode 20, Primed Dumped. Last episode 19 was all primed up. Thought it was a pretty good name for episode.
Love
Episode 20, Primed Dumped. It was a wonderful day. You know what? I'm going to tell you something I don't usually tell the listeners. If you're listening, like the podcast, but also comment Big J for President 2028. If we get a comment in the comment section that says Big J for President 2028, and we know that you made it to the end of this recording, we'll get you a prize of some sort. We'll come up with something.
We have been working on some Tailgate U apparel that we will get up and available for purchase. Maybe we'll do some giveaways, but yeah, I like
We'll
that.
come up with something. But if you made it this long in the podcast, comment Big J for President 2028 on this video, and we'll get you something.
You have to like, you have to subscribe, and comment.
Okay.
Done.
Love you guys. Go Utes.
Go Utes.
And talk to you later.
That's it for this episode of Tailgate Talk, hosted by DB Cooper and Itty Bitty Ute. Produced by Hollywood. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share with your tailgate crew. Join us next time for more sports talk, food, and fun. Until next time, keep the grill hot and the stories hotter.